Hello, welcome back to reality. Today we're going to talk about makeup brushes. This is something that I think we all love and we love to talk about, and we like that it exists, but sometimes we don't know how to use things or what they're for or things like that. So today we're going to talk about makeup brushes. Here we go. Brushes 411. Did you guys ever watch Disney Channel? You know, like Disney 411, you know that. It's fine. So we're going to start talking about face brushes that we use just on our face. I think the most common one is a foundation brush. It kind of looks like a flat paintbrush that's pointed at the end. I actually don't have one. I don't love using them. And so I don't have one. But what I do use for foundation is what's called a buffing brush. And that's like this, and it's flat on top, as you can see, but the brushes are very concentrated. It's not like a fluffy brush, and so but it's not a foundation brush. So a foundation brush like packs it on your skin, and I feel like it just doesn't let your real skin show through, and that's kind of weird to me. So this, though, it gets enough foundation onto my skin to where I feel like I'm wearing that base layer, but it doesn't, like, I can work with it and I can work it into my skin. So I love that it doesn't apply your foundation too heavy or too light. So that's a cream foundation brush. My other three face brushes are all actually powder brushes. Well, I use them for powder. I don't use them for cream products. I mostly use my fingers for cream products. If you want to see me use certain brushes for certain things, leave a comment down below and I'll see what I can do. So I have one really big fluffy brush like this, and that is what I use for powder, or I need to just cover big areas of my skin. So mostly powder, like a translucent powder or a setting powder. That is what I use this big fluffy brush for, and I've had it for years, so I don't know if you can see this. It's like super wiggly. Oh, but it's e.l.f. That's cool. The foundation brush is by EcoTools. I think I got it at Walmart. And then this is e.l.f., which is cool. Then I have two blush brushes, but I don't use them both for the same thing. So my first blush brush, I think we can all recognize. This is just like your typical blush brush, just really flat. You can see mine's like kind of bent. Come on, fluff up. Yeah, so this I use for bronzer. I use it for contour. It fits right in this area of my cheeks. Boop, 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 boop. But it doesn't quite have the shape I like for actual blush products. It's a little bit small for the area that I like to cover for blush, so that's why I have this brush. I don't know if you can see it. This brush is actually angled. And it's a little fluffier and it's a lot softer. It just like feels better on my skin when I'm putting product on, and because of the angle it helps me get the product exactly where I want it in the right like pigment. It doesn't like pack it onto one area and then I have to blend it out. It really helps me put it in the blush areas that I want. This is Face Secrets. I think I got it at a Sally's Beauty Supply like years ago, and it's held up really well. And this one is just like a generic blush brush. I don't know. So that's it for face brushes that I have. I don't use very many on my face because, again, like I said, mostly cream products. I use my fingers except for my foundation. Next, we're going to talk about eyeshadow brushes, which are the other, I think, most important like set of brushes. I have, for the most part, I use, I just dropped one. I have the Real Techniques eye set. I don't know what it's called, but it comes in this little case. The same brush keeps falling out. It comes in this little case that actually is pretty cool. It like, you fold it over. I don't know if you can see this. So you fold it over and then you pull it, and it has this little like thing, so it can stand up like on the counter, which I think is pretty cool. So the two brushes I have in here that aren't Real Techniques, which I love them. I love Sam and Nick Chapman. I don't know them personally. I wish. I'm talking like about them as if I do. I just love them. No, I don't know them personally, but I've been watching their channel since they were filming like on their couch, and now they have this like huge studio and travel all over the world, which is so fun. So this first one I have is just like a regular angle brush. No brand, no nothing. I have another one like it, so I'll talk about the specific brush later, but I have 2 of these in different sizes. And then I have another one by Face Secrets, whatever that brand is, whatever. And it's 2-sided. I don't know if you can see that. So this side is like round. It's like round and pointed. And then this side is angled and like flat. So this is like a mini version of the blush brush, which is kind of fun. I used this a lot when I was first learning a lot about makeup. I actually don't use it very much anymore, which I kind of wish I did. Maybe I should get back into that. But it holds the product beautifully, and blends really nicely. So those are the 2 not Real Techniques eyeshadow brushes that I have. Rest, it comes in a pack of, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's take them all out here. 6 brushes in this little pack, and then this like case thing, which is so fun. You can get these off of Amazon or at Kohl's or Target, or I actually don't know about Target. I may have just lied to you. I don't know. No, I think you can. Meh, whatever. And they're all different shapes and sizes, which is so fun. The one I use the most often, if you watch my makeup tutorial videos, you'll know I use their base shadow brush, which is this one. And it is just kind of fluffy, but it's flat, which I really like. And it helps pick up product, but also blends as you're applying it. So I like that one a lot, base shadow brush. This is the shading brush, so it's similar to the base shadow brush, except smaller. And this I like to use for those crease colors that I want to make sure they get put in their place, but I need to blend them out a little bit. This is just a blending brush, a deluxe crease brush. I don't use it in my crease, I use it for blending. And it is big. I mean, compared to the other ones, it's big and fluffy. And let me flick some product at you. And all of these brushes are very soft, so they're really easy to use on your skin. This one I use for blending. What else do we have here? Okay, we have another angled brush. So this is similar to this black one that I have, but you can see their sizes are a little bit different. The Real Techniques brush is bigger, and what I use both of these brushes for is eyeliner or wings, or if I need to get some product down under here. That is what I use these for. A lot of people use these for eyebrows. I don't really need help with my eyebrows, so I don't use them for that, but you can see, I don't know if you can see actually, I'm going to try to show you. I hope it focuses in. The one is thicker than the other, and so depending on what I'm doing, depends on which one I use. And then there are 2 more littler brushes that come with this Real Techniques set. This one is the eyeliner brush, so that I use for eyeliner. I think that's what it's called. Fine liner brush. Excuse me. Going backwards. This one, the angled one, is actually called a brow brush in their set, which I didn't know. That's fun. But for this one, the fine liner brush, it is just a fine liner brush. And you can also use this for lips if you'd like. If you don't want to use your lipstick right on your lips, or if you're using it on somebody else, or if you need like really, what's the word I'm looking for? Like specific? No, like intentional placement, if it's like really detailed. And then the last one, they call it an accent brush, and I like to use this for highlighter on my eyes. So my eyelid highlighter shade, if I'm doing that with my look. Oh my gosh, my brain is like really struggling today. So it's just a small brush. It's actually very similar to the shading brush, except just very much smaller. So that's kind of fun. Look. That's so cute, mother-daughter brushes. And this helps to put a lot of pigment into a small space. So, oh my goodness, I'm so bubbly. Excuse me for a moment. Those are the Real Techniques brushes. Like I said, there's 6 of them, and then these other brushes that I use. So now, general brush information. This is real important. The more tightly packed a brush is, so let's say this versus this, like this is a lot fluffier than this one is. The more tightly packed a brush is, the more pigment or product you will have that will come from the brush to your skin. So let's take these shadow brushes, for instance. This brush is much fluffier than this brush. And so I could use them for similar things, but this brush is going to pack on a lot more product or a lot more pigment than the fluffier brush. I'm not quite sure why that is. I'm sure there's science behind it. It's all over my head anyway. But that is fact, is that a more concentrated or tightly packed brush is going to pack on more pigment. And that's really important as you're exploring with makeup brushes and especially eyeshadow brushes. Really important to know that. Because if you're doing like a blendy and you use a tightly packed brush and your pigment goes on one place and doesn't go anywhere else, then you're not going to need to get like a blending brush or something like that. Thanks for joining me today. I just filmed this makeup tutorial in a different video, so please go check that out. If you have any more questions about brushes or certain ones that you'd like me to evaluate and talk about, please leave those comments down below. Please subscribe. I'd love to know who is watching my videos and who's enjoying them and things like that. I hope this video was useful and helpful, and I think that's it. Remember to keep it real where you're at. I hope to see you next time. Bye-bye.